Hey there, all of you internet dwellers and call center survivors. PTPOP here with all four lobes of my brain securely bound behind my back, and I'm just finishing up my morning walk at the park here. Let's see if I can get out of here without getting into an accident. Yeah, figures there's a person walking right behind my car. There's a lot of old folks up here, older than me, that have an attitude. Oh, and I got a baby carriage and so I got a comment from somebody on one of my videos, and they said they had to take a job at a call center and they felt like a clown because of it. And I felt really bad because this is somebody who watches my videos and was kind enough to even make a comment and watch, keep watching and stuff. And I got to tell you, if you have to work in a call center, we've all been there. We've all been at that crossroads where we've got to make the decision to work in a call center, even if we know how bad it is. There's no need to feel that way. If you have to work in a call center, and if, you're at that situation, you've got to do what you got to do. Now, the person that made the comment, they said they had a child to raise. They said they had, a mortgage or a rent to pay. And, you've got to do what you got to do to make ends meet. I know people that have done worse things in call centers to make ends meet, and I don't judge them. I know people that, have to turn tricks. I know people that do phone sex for a living to make ends meet. Women, it's a rough world we live in. But because you work in a call center, you should be proud of working in a call center, as long as you can handle it. Because you're enduring inhumane environment, number one. And if you can survive in a call center, you're very smart and you're very talented, because you've got to absorb the huge amounts of information and you've got to retain it. You've got to know how to retrieve it if you can't remember it. You've got to know anywhere from 5 to 10 different computer systems. Some of the computer systems in these call centers are archaic mainframe systems. You really are talented if you make it. The longest I've lasted in a call center was like 3 years, something like that, with Wells Fargo. I was with Wells Fargo Bank. I was there for a while. But yeah. My wife wasn't making much money at the time, and I was the second part of the income, and we needed the money to pay the mortgage. I needed to do it. So there's nothing to be ashamed of. You're not a clown if you work in a call center. You're a strong, intelligent, versatile person who has the ability to think fast on their feet, handle insurmountable odds, handle insurmountable pressure. You really have some skills that the average person couldn't do. And yet, I felt kind of bad because I make it sound like call centers are horrible. The call center environment is horrible. And yes, I've made fun of the people that work in call centers, because there are some real weird, freaky people that work in the call centers. But each of us who have done it have a skill set that allows us to do it for certain amounts of time. Most of us mentally and emotionally can't handle it for extended periods of time, because it's degrading and dehumanizing, and it's an awful environment. Why it's that way, I don't know. Why the corporations make it so hard for us to stay in call centers, I don't know. It could be the type of job that people would kill to get. It could be the type of job where you're like, man, if I could only work in a call center. Well, my next door neighbor works in a call center. He's got it made. Think about it. Providing they don't close all the call centers, it's a job that not many people can hang on to. And if you can hang on to it and you can endure it, you're almost like superhuman. I'm not kidding, man. The people I've seen that do succeed in it, I've got 2 friends, well, at least one. And I've talked to one friend like 20 years, so I don't know what he does. But he'd been with Progressive Insurance for like 5 years, and he was working in sales. He was selling you know, auto sales over the phone. And from what he said, he was very successful at it. And he bought a house, and he had a car, and he had 2 kids and got married. I don't know. Maybe he's not there anymore. I don't know what he's doing. He's probably still there. Most people that work at Progressive are lifers. They stay there forever. But if you've got that skill set, and you can stay there and you can endure it, you're a very unique, talented, strong, and like superhuman. You really have a skill set that you can't find anywhere else. So if you can do the job and you can stay there, even if you don't stay there, like I've done, I can do it. I can do the job. If the fucking assholes who are my bosses would get off my goddamn back, I would stay. If they would at least find a way to approach me as a human being, treat me with some dignity and some respect, I would have stayed probably 3/4 of the call centers I was in, but they all treated me like I was an asshole. And I'm telling you, I might seem like a maverick here on this channel, but I'm really not. I don't want any problems at work. I want to go to work. I want to do my job. I want to go home and forget about it. But when I'm at work, I will work my ass off for you, but nobody cares. They just, in these call centers, as you know, and I'm not going to go off on this tangent, but if you make one mistake, they are on you like flies on shit, and they will knock it off your ass. And it's all about money. It's not about customer service. It's not about making the employees or the customers happy. It's about the bottom line. But my bottom line is this: if you get hired in a call center and you're doing it, and you're even moderately successful, even if you're not successful, you're not a clown. You're trying to make ends meet. You're trying to put food in your kid's mouth. You're trying to pay the bills, keep, a roof over your head. So I've never tried to make it seem like you're a clown or you're inferior human. You're superhuman if you can work in these environments, because you're enduring such a stressful, horrendous environment. And don't ever feel shamed that you work in a call center, because I can guarantee you, this. What I've learned as I've gotten older is it doesn't matter what you do for a living. Nobody is talking about you behind your back if you're working at Walmart and you've got a degree. Nobody is. I always thought, boy, if I got this job at a call center, people are going to be like, hey, Pete's working at a call center. He's got a degree. Number one, your degree doesn't mean shit. The degree I got did not prepare me for anything, including how to speak appropriately. It did not prepare me for the real world, and no degree does. And they don't even try to. Even if it was possible, they don't even try to. So if you're working, that's what people respect. If you're working at Walmart or the convenience store, or you're working down at the local gas station, people in this country respect the fact that you're working. If you're sitting around living off the government and you're not doing anything but collecting welfare, that's when people go, hey, Bill over there, he's not working, he's living off the government. Myself, I'm a white 56-year-old male, and I can't find work. I've applied just about everything I can think of in here in Ohio, and I think it's a detriment to me that I'm white and I'm older, because nobody wants anything to do with me. They can look on the internet if they take the time to see that I'm an older guy. I've got a background in customer service, film, photography, editing, a whole bunch of things. Nobody gives a shit. And most people look at it like I'm living off my wife, which I am, but I'm trying to make ends meet on YouTube and selling books and doing all this stuff, and it's really difficult. It's impossible. As I've said in other videos, if my wife kicked me to the curb, I wouldn't do very good. I'd find something. I'd probably be back in a call center. But if I got divorced tomorrow, who knows where I'd end up? I could end up with something. I'll be at Walmart, or I'll be, there's a girl behind me with green hair. But when do you wake up in the morning, you know what? I'm going to dye it green today. I'm just jealous because I don't have any hair. But don't feel like a clown if you're working a call center. You're not a clown. You're a beautiful, strong, intelligent person who has a fantastic memory, and you're able to handle multiple computer systems, crazy customers. I mean, the skill set, the things that you learn in a call center should prepare you to go higher up in the company, because the pressures that you get every time you get promoted, the pressures increase. Even though and I've watched this with my wife. She started off at low level in banking years ago, 20 years ago, and now she's a director with a major company, and the pressure that she's under on a daily basis is killing her, and I watch it kill her. She just won't look for another job. But that's the point. The higher up you go, the harder it gets. So the skill set that you're inheriting by being a call center rep should prepare you for the pressures of working at the upper echelons of the company. But they don't ever really recruit from the call center level unless you show the certain type of panache, with the corporate panache and skill set that they're looking for, which is basically a non-maverick type, a yes man who speaks well, dresses well, is educated, and wouldn't say shit if they had a mouthful. In other words, if these upper executives take you into an interview and they could literally stuff your mouth full of shit, they want to see what you're going to do. They want to see if you're going to go, poo! There's poo in my mouth. But if you got a mouthful of shit and you say shit and you spit it out, we're like, no, this person won't take our shit. They won't take our garbage, so we're not going to hire them. They want yes men. They want people to get on their knees with their mouths ready to orally service them. And that's not an exaggeration. It's not an exaggeration. These creepy men, as we've seen, especially in the NFL, these creepy men that run the world, they are looking to get satisfied any way they can. Don't even get me started with the entertainment business. It's a horrible, horrible business to get involved in. There's lots of money in it, but you got to sell your soul to get it. But the bottom line is, don't feel bad. Don't think you're a clown. You're not a clown. You're superhuman if you work in call centers, and nothing less. I'm PTPOP. I'm signing off. Have a good day. Bye. All you superhumans.